I've got a big pile of stuff. No, but we always set up next to each other, and it's not planned. And it's some cosmic thing that always happens. As you can see, I'm a fan of the 5U modules, and a lot of them I've gotten in recent weeks, and I haven't even played with them yet because I've been building power supplies and doing boring stuff. And like last year, I have no decent patch set up to show you anything cool. Please see my YouTube channel for something that you might want to listen to. I could go through what I've got, like I did last year. Some new stuff here. Well, this is had this last year, the Plenum Harmony Play Bearer, but it's got a new knob job for this year. Every year it gets a new knob job. I've got some fancy knobs on there. $20 a piece, but it's worth it for that.
I got some spare burners interns if you need just a couple extra.
Okay, cool. Here's the standout white ModCam quantizer. I'm going to make a black panel for that. I've got blank panels, and I have not designed it. It's one of those projects. It looks like this is all done, but there's just a pile of projects waiting to happen. This is a Zero oscillator. I just got this. I have not even tried it yet, but it powers up. $800.
$400 alike.
Here's a Synth wave warper and Synth quad LFO. Suit and tie guy, Sea Devils filter. Direct from France. Here's the MOS-LAB Waveform Processor. It's sort of like a combination of a clipper module and a ring modulator. It's got some unique features there. Here's an analog delay from Club of the Knobs. It's not, well, it's sort of analog delay. It's the main processor is a digital chip, but it's got some other analog stuff going on, so it sounds sort of like an analog delay. Here's a sort of an original counterfeit Moke low-pass filter. This is Don Martin, who made Moog modulars after Moog kind of went out of business for a while, and they're very nice, but he didn't want to give the name back to Bob Moog, and so nobody likes him. So it's an evil module, but it's pretty cool. Club of the Knobs ensemble generator. It's pretty good if you run a bunch of narrow pulse waves through it. You get kind of like a mellotron string ensemble effect out of it. Basically a multi-chorus unit. Here's the voltage controlled phase processor. I've tried it once so far. I've only had it a few weeks, and it's a little bit different than a phase shifter, but pretty similar. It does like a combination of phase and flange type of sounds. I'll do a demo when I know what to do with it. Here's Groove Audio. It's a newer company in the U.S., and this is their Polymode resonator module. It's basically your 3-band, sort of like a parametric EQ resonance module. Here's the super fancy Deluxe Moon Modular quad sequencer. This is great because you can chain them all together, but it's basically like 4 independent sequencers, 8-step sequencers all in one. And you can select direction and quantization individually for each of the rows, and you can clock them at different speeds too. So instead of like with your traditional 960 sequencer here, all 3 rows are clocked at the same rate, where each row can be clocked differently, so you can do crazy stuff. Here's this is all Moon Modular in this rack. Here's their control voltage to MIDI, so you can take, like off your sequencer, you could take your step voltages and convert it to MIDI and run any MIDI sequencer. Or I haven't experimented yet, but I plan on taking some just crazy randomized voltages and trying to control some MIDI sequencers to see what happens with that. Here's a trigger sequencer, quad sequential switch. This is nice because you've got, it's sort of like your 962 sequential switch, the traditional one that usually goes with the 960 sequencer, but it's 4 steps, and then you can choose how many steps each bank fires at. So I got this one set to 3, this one's 1, set that one to 8, so it counts up the clocks coming in and switches. On this end, I can turn that on. I've been experimenting with LED lights. Traditionally, these lamps are like a standard light bulb, and they burn out after a while. I found a few companies that make these really expensive. This is the cheapest one. It's $5 for this lamp. This company sold this to me for only $10 for this lamp, and they called it blue, but it's basically a white LED with a blue dot of paint or nail polish or something like that. That's really sweet when I got that. One advantage to these is that when you get going really fast, you can still see it sequencing. It keeps up. Where with these, you can see this is very dim right now. The traditional lamps aren't that good at doing fast sequencing if you want to really see what's going on. So, playing around with that. Reversible attenuators and a MIDI to clock, which is a really great module for pulling off like a drum machine or a MIDI sequencer, and it gives you a traditional clock to run your other analog sequencers with. It's a good companion module to the MOTM MIDI to control voltage converter. And then, like I said, here's your traditional 960 sequencer. This is a club of the knobs gate sequencer here, and this is really handy to go with this because it gives you the ability to do forward, reverse, ping pong, so it's back and forth, or random.